Welcome to episode number 3 of SolidWorks Simple Design video series. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create two features from just one sketch. We're going to create a sketch here in the bottom. To do that, we're going to right click and then click on Sketch. Remember that if you click on this that says Edit a Sketch and that has a little pencil over there, then what you will be doing is to edit the sketch that already has. So we're gonna create a new sketch by clicking on this other symbol, okay? So if I wanted to use one sketch to create two cylinders, one above and one below, what I'm gonna do is to create two circles, one bigger than the other, then give them a dimension. In this case, maybe 26. And the other one, I'm gonna give it a dimension of 24. Or maybe 22. 22 sounds well. Okay. I'm gonna go out of my sketch. And as you can see, it automatically selects the sketch. Okay, so I don't want that, so I'm gonna click on another part of the model so it doesn't appear to me. Then, as you can see, I have two sketches. I want one of them to be extruded down and the other one to be extruded up. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna click on Features tab and then Extrude Boss Base. I'm going to select this circle over here. And when I select that circle, then I can start, selecting the height. In this case, I want it to be 5 millimeters. I'm gonna click OK or right click. And to access to my previous sketch, I just need to click on this arrow over here and click on the sketch. As you can see, it has a different symbol, right? Like here in Boss Extrude, it has this normal sketch symbol, and now it has this weird symbol over here. It means that it hasn't used the whole sketch, but just one circle, one of the two circles that I created. So I'm gonna click on Show by just clicking on the sketch and then click here in the eye. So the sketch can be shown. And now here, I'm going to select again Extruded Base and select the circle, but now we're going to select the inside circle. And I'm going to change the direction by just moving the arrow. And now I can have like the head of my little man. I'm going to leave it maybe in 36 or maybe less, in 34. And I'm going to go right click. And now I have one sketch that's used for both the neck and the head of my little man over here. Okay, so I can hide this sketch by right clicking on it and then selecting the hide button, which is a little eye. And now I have the neck and the head of my little man. So I'm going to start adding the body by right-clicking again on this face of the neck and creating a new sketch. Now, as you can see, there are different ways to do rectangle. The default one is the corner rectangle, but we're going to use the center rectangle so we can easily give it a relationship with the center of all of my part, okay? So we're gonna click on it, and then we're gonna make it maybe like this, okay? So I'm going to select Smart Dimension. Since the relationship that matter has already been made, which is the center of the rectangle with the center or my point of origin of my part, okay? So I'm going to select the height of 34 millimeters. And I'm going to dimension this with 50 millimeters. Or maybe a little more, 52. Okay, we're ready. Now we're gonna go again out of the sketch. And now the sketch is automatically selected the whole, but we want that, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna select extruded base again. And I'm gonna make it like this height, maybe 46. I'm gonna right click. And if I want to give it a different shape to this little man, I can make cuts. Okay, so right now we have only made extruded boss base, but right now we're gonna start like cutting or modeling our square here by using extruded cut. Okay, so it's easier shown than made. So I'm gonna show you first how to do it by creating another sketch on this page. And with the line command, yes, line over here, or by just pressing the L button of your keyboard, we can make it a form like this. Okay, so I'm going to make it maybe like over here. When you start creating a line, then you can keep writing a line by just going ahead to the next point and to the other one. As you can see, all this line is now a defined area, okay? So that's what we want. And now we want to dimension it by dimension this with maybe 10 millimeters. And this one with 36 millimeters, okay? So if we want to repeat this, but on the other side, you can make again the triangle by selecting the line command, then clicking on this line, then clicking on this point, then clicking again here, and clicking on the same point, and then dimension it again. But I'm going to show you an easier way, which is going to use another center line, which goes from the point of origin to whatever point. It could be maybe here. And to use mirror entities, which is this operation over here. It says first entities to mirror, and I will select this whole triangle that I made. And now select mirror about, which is going to be the center line that I made. I'm gonna click, right click to finish my operation. And now I'm going to use in features the extruded cut. With the little arrow, I can change how much I want to cut it. And I also can change here, instead of blind, select through all. So it will cut through all my part. Okay, so I'm going to say yes. And now my little man has another shape. Amazing. So I can change and edit this sketch. If I'm not okay with this, I can change it maybe to 7 and then go back. And it gets approximate to what I want, but it doesn't. So sometimes it's just like trial and error. okay? I liked it this way, okay? So now I can start making its fit. But for now, it's going to be okay. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the hands. But right now, it's okay for now. So I'm gonna leave it right there. And finally, I'm going to show you how to do the fit, which is important too, actually. So you can do them several ways. I'm going to use the line command and maybe make them smaller than the rectangle here. So one tip that I can give to you is when you start creating lines, take into account where you are going to relate it, the point of origin, because you can relate it either to the point of origin or to the edges you have already been created, okay? So be aware of that when you're creating your lines. We're gonna click here, then here, and we're gonna create this like maybe kind of weird shape. Yeah, we're gonna fix it later, but right now we have this shape here and we're gonna dimension it with 22 and maybe its height I want to give it 30 millimeters. And as you can see now, this is what it's not fully defined. So I'm gonna first of all make this line horizontal by just clicking on it, opening the palette and click on make horizontal. Now I can move this to the side, up and down. So what I can do is to dimension the height of this and it will be fully defined. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that by selecting this point and then this other point. Moving my mouse over here. Then I'm gonna say maybe 3. And I'm going to select the 2 points again, but moving my mouse over here and select 4. Okay, now it's fully defined, but I want them to be both fit and not only on one part of the sketch. So I'm going to create again mirror entities, but with these 2 lines. Okay, as you remember, to mirror entities, we used a center line, but we can also convert this line into a center line. So I'm gonna right click, then I write construction geometry, and again, construction geometry. Amazing. Now, when we click on mirror entities, and if we click on these 3 lines that I created, and when we say mirror about, we select this and select OK. We now have a mirror of these 3 lines. And we can repeat that operation by selecting all of the lines again. And when it says mirror about, we're going to select this other line and say, OK. Great. Now we can start extruding their feet. We're gonna go to features and then in extruded boss base, we can select the height we want, maybe right here. And we're gonna say maybe 28, it's okay. So we're gonna say okay. And now we have finished the feet of this little man, its body, and in the next tutorial, we're gonna make its arms and hands.